Okay, this is Ken H364. We're on YouTube. Want to give a shout out to the people on Facebook at Obsessive Cotton Disorder. Great group of people over there. Those of you who vape, you'll find out that they can teach you a few things over there. You can learn a few things, or get over there and talk to the people. I think you'll enjoy it. What we're going to do today, we're going to do a comparison on two dual coil atomizers. We're going to talk about the Kraken, which I have here on my Sigali, and we are going to talk about this gem called an Aspire Nautilus. What can I say? I got the Kraken a couple of weeks ago, and I did a 2-coil build on it, 8 wraps of 28 gauge Canthal using cotton, and been vaping on it ever since. 2 solid weeks of vaping on this puppy, no dry hits, using cotton, like I said. So I've had no dry hits with this darn thing. It just performs beautifully. No leakage. It's got the vent holes, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll put it a little closer. There's one on each side, and they are adjustable to full open, or you can close them off as you want, depending on how tight of a draw you want. Nicely made. It's a top coil. You can see the little window down in there. I don't know if you can see the cotton in there. Let's turn it around. It has only one drawback that I can see, and that is the amount of juice you can get into it. It's kind of limited on that. Other than that, it's a great little atty. This is by Tribeco. And I think it's Tribeco. I don't know. It's one of them companies. What does it say? Let's see. Together Best Corporation. So, yeah, whatever. Doesn't much matter. Has done a heck of a job for me. I get nice flavor from it. I don't get a ton of vapor, but I'm not really into putting out clouds of vapor. I'm into taste. And I've really enjoyed this atomizer. Now, the latest and greatest, the one that's going to save the world, according to a lot of people, is the Aspire Nautilus. Now, I spent 50 years in manufacturing, as a machinist, as a tool maker, as a manufacturing engineer, as a process engineer, and let me tell you something. This thing is gorgeous. I mean, the fit, the finish, the machining on this, it's beautiful. It is a gorgeous atomizer. And people are saying, this is going to change the atomizing world. Well, I mean, it has this ring right here. I don't know how well you can see it. And can you hear this click? That click is it snapping in place. So you don't have to fiddle with, it constantly moving or that. It is a very, very well-built atomizer. And I would almost recommend this for people. Almost. Their biggest drawback, their biggest negative on this thing are the coils. Now, I don't know if they rushed it to market and didn't think about what they were doing, or the engineering really sucked. But what makes this atomizer terrible are the coils. And I'm going to explain it to you. I purchased this atomizer, came with 2 coils. They burnt out in less than 2 days. I mean, totally burned out. There was nothing left. So I'm going, okay, so I got to buy some coils. It happens. Somebody grabbed a couple of them, threw them in the box, whatever. That happens. So while I'm waiting for the coils, I went on YouTube, and I found Rip Tripper's video on how to rebuild these things. So I said, okay, well, while I'm waiting, I'll rebuild it. So I went and I rebuilt the coil, put it in there, worked flawlessly. I got 2 solid weeks of use out of a rebuild, single coil, on my Aspire Nautilus, and it was beautiful. It was really a great vape. So I get the new ones from Aspire, and just so you know that I am not kicking you in the chops here, there's the little box. says Aspire Nautilus. These are the coils. On the back, it's got the verification code. I went to their website. I verified it, and it said, yes, you have original Nautilus atomizer replacement coils. I said, yes! I put one in. It went for about 2 hours and burned out. Now, I understand. I wrote to them. I wrote them a letter. I didn't write them a letter. I emailed them. And here's what I said to them. And I want you to listen to this. It says, I've had the Nautilus about a month and a half. I really like it. I split my time between it and my hyper tank, and that was before I got the Kraken. It is used on my iTaste MVP 2.0 and my Sigali, which is a 20-watt Sigali. In 6 weeks I've had the Nautilus, I've gone through 7 coils. It may be a good idea to check your coil manufacturer about his quality. Some of the coils last 4 days, while others last a few hours. I think you made a quality product. It could be my main vape for years to come if you fix the coil issue. Thank you for your time, and blah, 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 blah. So here's the response that I just got. It says, thanks very much for buying our product. We have received a few emails telling the burnt taste. We are sincerely sorry for the problem, but our engineering team is now working on this issue. Later we will send you the results and suggestion. Okay? Thanks. Have a nice day. Best and warm regards, Kiki Chan. Now, I really don't mind, that they sent that back, but did she bother to read? I said nothing about burnt taste in there. Absolutely nothing. What I said was, your coils are a piece of shit. That's what I said. They're burning out. It's not a burnt taste. I wouldn't mind a burnt taste because then I know I'm not getting enough juice to the coil. Where the problem is there's no coil to get juice to because it's burnt out. Now, I have disassembled several of these, and here's what I found. The insulator that goes in the end of it, the insulator is so cotton picking short. I mean, it's ridiculous. I found some of them where the 2 coils have literally fused together. I found another one with 1 coil and 2 wires. I found another. What I'm finding in these coils, I spent a lot of years in manufacturing, and we would not tolerate this kind of inconsistency, let alone this sloppy way that these things are put together. Now, I'm hoping that Aspire fixes the problem. They say they will, because the rest of the atomizer is gorgeous. Fit, finish, machining, nice Pyrex glass on there, all the lettering, everything is top-notch, top quality. It is a beautiful atomizer. I take nothing away from that. But your atomizer is about as useful to me with these coils as buying the most gorgeous car in the world, and I can only drive it 1 day a month because the rest of the time it's in the shop for the same problem over and over and over again. That's where the problem is. It's not a problem with the overall product. It's a problem with one specific part, your coils. Now, if you remember years ago, VCRs, you had tons of different VCRs out there. They were all made by about 4 companies. And they would just change the box and change the labeling and the rest of it. So basically, all of your VCRs were made by the same company. And I'm beginning to believe that the same thing goes true with coils. I used to work in the coil manufacturing industry in electronics, and we would never let anything like this get out. Nothing. Because how would you like it if you got your cell phone and it worked for an hour, and then you had to take it back to the shop, and they had it, and they said, oh, well, it was this little thing that burned out. We put a new one in there. It's working fine. And 2 days later, you're back in there again, getting the same damn part replaced over and over and over and over again. And that's what we have with the Aspire Nautilus. Beautiful build, lousy coils. So can I recommend it? If they get the coil issue fixed, I would say this thing is fantastic. Cotton picker holds 5 mil. 5 milliliter of juice. I mean, you can vape on this thing for a day and a half unless you're drinking the stuff. But as far as recommending it, I couldn't recommend it right now. Not with the coil problem. Not until they get their coil issue fixed up. And like I said, I put this mainly on my MVP 2.0. Now, I can't put my Kraken on this because my Kraken is below 1.0 ohms. My Kraken is down at 0.8 ohms. So, what can I tell you, people? The choice is up to you. I mean, like I said, it's a beautiful build. If they get the coil issue figured, I think they've got a killer for a number of years here. If they don't, I think we all ought to go to Shushan, where they make these things, and take them with, and I'll throw them at the building. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do. Hey, this has been Ken H364. Subscribe to the channel, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day.